What's up, brothers and sisters? Gunnar Gunnarsson here, if you don't know me, coming at you from Loftavan Baptistkirke, the church building that we meet in. I'm also the pastor here at Loftavan Baptistkirke. If you haven't been following the news here in Iceland, then let me catch you up on a few details. Of course, you probably know about the Covid-19 virus that's been going around the globe since March of this year, wreaking havoc wherever it goes economically, on lives of people, on what we're used to, and on business and so on and so forth. Well, we in Iceland, of course, have been dealing with this as well. We have been at the forefront of dealing with that and have been pretty tough at dealing with this. For the past few weeks, the result of that toughness on the virus has been that relatively few people have been getting infected and travel has begun to start again to the country and so on and so forth. Well, this week, a group of individuals got infected by the virus, some of whom they don't know where they got infected from. So the suspicion of the government is that the virus is pretty widespread as of right now. Because of this, the government has put in place new restrictions. They're going to limit gatherings to below 100 people. People can gather if they're less than 100, which would be okay by us for our church to be able to do that. But they have removed the 2-meter rule or the 6 feet rule from being a suggestion to actually being pretty tough on keeping a 2-meter distance between everyone. And if you're in a public building or a public space where you have more than 100 people possibly going through, to wear a mask. Because of this, they have it makes it pretty impossible for us to have services and following these rules. So for the next 2 weeks, we will be moving our services back online. So the sermon will be online, live streaming from the church building, but no one will be in the building. We will be purely on Facebook and then later uploading the sermons to YouTube. So we ask you to join us there. Now, one of the surprising things that happened during the last, I guess it was like a 2-month stretch where we were not gathering together in person, is that quite a few surprising things happened. Number one, some of you had told me that you took it as a challenge to take care of your brothers and sisters in the faith, to use your car rides to work and from work or your lunch times to call your brothers and sisters in the church to see how you're doing when you weren't meeting together regularly every week. And so I want to encourage our people to continue to do that. One of the surprising things that I saw on my end, that maybe not everyone in the church sees, is that I saw giving actually increase during the pandemic, where I did not expect at all, and I was absolutely blown away by that because our financial responsibilities stay the same, even though our circumstances differ drastically. So I was kind of blown away by that. One of the amazing things that I saw was actually that we started reaching more people online because of your willingness to share the sermons, to share the clips that we share on our social media. You were reaching more people online. And after the pandemic was over, after the ban on gatherings was over, when we started gathering again, we had actually grown during this period of the pandemic, which kind of just blew me away. So I want to encourage you, if you are a member or if you're an attendee here at Loftavan Baptistkirke, join us online. Keep praying for God to move in our nation's leaders, to have wisdom on how to deal with this well, and not overreach, but at the same time not letting go of their responsibility to protect and serve the citizens of Iceland. Also, I want to encourage you to be praying for our church and for praying for the people of this country to wake up, to run into the arms of Jesus Christ, and for each and every one of us, as many people sort of look at the church as the way to share the good news of Jesus with someone, right? You invite your friends to church, hoping that the pastor or someone else is going to tell them about Jesus, that we would actually take this as a responsibility upon our shoulders to be witnesses of Jesus Christ in our daily lives, in our schools, in our works, and so on and so forth. And also that we would grow and just being more thankful for the family of faith that we have and the ability to gather when we can gather. So I pray that God would be with you through this. I pray that you would join me in seeking to be salt and light and a witness and an ambassador of Jesus Christ. I pray that you would join me in being in contact with the brothers and sisters who are members of this church and have been attending in this church. And I pray that God would use this time to wake up people to the realities of the kingdom of God that is never shaken, unlike the kingdom of man, like the economy and like the social services and like everything else in this world that we see is so easily shaken by something that we don't even see with our own eyes, this virus, that people in this country would run into the arms of God. So this Sunday, starting the next 2 weeks at least, we're going to be moving our services back online. We're going to be loving our neighbors. We're going to take responsibility for the people around us. Make sure that we're not going to work when we are showing symptoms. We don't want to spread this sickness and disease. But also seek to be witnesses of Jesus in this time. So there's the announcement. I hope you join us this Sunday at 11 for the sermon where we wrap up Acts, the book of Acts, chapter 7. God bless you guys, and God be with you guys.